Hello, my beautiful Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising. This is the Sun Woman. Welcome to my new podcast. If you are watching this on YouTube, welcome to my channel. If you are a new subscriber or a new visitor, thank you so much for stopping in. I hope you like what you hear. I hope it's helpful to you. And if you are a current subscriber, thanks so much for coming back. I appreciate your support. So these messages are for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is the Sun Woman's Integrative Tarot, where I combine tarot, astrology, numerology, runes, intuition, and empathic channeling to bring you messages that are hopefully helpful and uplifting to you. So yes, for August, Aries, this is going to be it's going to be an interesting month. All of us, regardless of our signs, regardless of our planetary positions, natal positions, we're all going to feel some of the effects of the aspects that are going to be taking place in August. Primarily, there is a square, a somewhat difficult square between the stellium, right, or the three, stellium is more than one planet. So a stellium of planets in Capricorn, which is going to be in a square aspect, or tense aspect to Mars in Aries. So what does this mean? Well, for you, Aries, you have Mars in your first house. Mars is conjunct your sun. So what I can say is that Mars is going to be bringing you a lot of energy, a lot of impetus. Anything that you have been wanting to do that you really haven't felt that you had the energy to do, Mars should be giving you that extra boost of energy, right? Motivation, forward movement. Now, the flip side of Mars is that Mars is the planet of war. And so Mars by itself, can make us a little contentious. Might get into some conflict, some fighting. It might make you more aggressive in your actions or in your, your viewpoints. So you definitely want to make sure to remain in control of that Martian energy. But Mars is in Aries, and so it's dignified in your sign, of course, because it's your ruler. So you can use the energy of Mars to make big things happen, okay, and to make tremendous advances towards your goals. Now, the kicker, of course, is that you have you have Saturn, which is the planet of restrictions. You have Pluto, which is the planet of the underworld. Pluto rules deep transformations. Pluto can rules the dark side of life, but it also can bring us down to the very depths and help us rise again, transformed. So, there is definitely going to be a push-pull between those energies, and you're wanting to move forward with your goals, with your dreams, and that 10th house energy kind of, pulling at you. And what I can say is that this Sun, Jupiter, Pluto stellium is going to be in your 10th house. So some of you may find that this conflict may play itself out in your career, or with people who you would consider, bosses in your life, employers, supervisors. It could also play itself out in your, the way you're seen in public, your public life. Excuse me. So there may be some forces or influences outside of you that could play themselves through your 10th house, your outer world, and there may be conflict between who you truly are and the face that you show to the world, okay, or your reputation, the way the world sees you, the way society views you, and who you truly are. And there may be a kind of a push-pull conflict between those two paradigms for you, okay? So what I say again is just try to control that Martian energy, try to remain on an even keel. Don't get into try not to get into any arguments, fights, or conflicts with, people who are authority figures in your life. The 10th house for me is also the house of the father, whereas the 4th house is the house of the mother. Sometimes it's reversed with different astrologers, but I see 10th as father and 4th as mother. So, you could be getting some kind of difference of opinion or conflict with your dad or a father figure. Definitely try to mediate that situation and not lose control, to the extent where there may be, aggression or even a dangerous situation that could hurt someone either physically or emotionally, okay? And as I'm reading this, I'm feeling a little tension in my throat area. And I actually wasn't hoarse when I started, before I started the reading. So that Mars in Aries, you wanting to live your life and be the true you may feel that some authority figures or the way that you're viewed in the public is suppressing your ability to use your voice, right? And speak to who you are. And so, try to find your voice this month of August, but try not to do it in a way that causes, your world to be disrupted or turned upside down, okay? Now, you do have Leo. In the sign of Leo, we have the new moon on August 18th. That's going to be in your 5th house, so that's some really good news. You have the new moon and Mercury. And so this is going to be in the 5th house, which covers your relationships, love affairs, hobbies, your children. This area is highlighted. The 5th house is a house about fun, enjoying yourself, okay? Something that you really love to do. So there may be some resurgence in that. With Leo there, some of you may be doing something that will bring you some public renown. Maybe, I'm seeing actors, actresses, dancers, people who are in the spotlight, in the public eye. You may also meet someone who has that type of energy, that Leonine energy, very proud, very charismatic. So that could be a good omen for a new relationship starting on the new moon. New moons are great for planting seeds, so that whatever you plant on a new moon, those seeds, that energy will grow. Whatever that is will grow with the kind of the force behind it, okay? And so, I'm going to go through the reading now, and then we'll go back a little bit more on the astrology. But what I can say to you is I really feel like this is going to be a significant month for you as far as transformation. I am using the tarot deck and also an oracle. It's the Muse Tarot, which I really recommend. It's beautiful images, and also the Sacred Destiny Oracle. And so I laid the reading out here, but what I want to zero in on first is the oracle card that I received for you, which is transformation. So definitely with that Mars in your 1st house, the transformation is talking about, you going through major changes that are going to, create you anew in some way. All right. So there's going to be some new expression, some ability to be able to jump forward with something that's meaningful for you and that defines your personality. Okay. The transformation card has a painting of a beautiful butterfly. Blue, the left wing is blue, the right wing is yellow. So blue for me is spiritual awakening. Yellow is receiving messages from from higher realms. Okay, so please be open to any promptings, any intuition, any channeled messages that you may be receiving this month. And above this butterfly is a beautiful yellow rose, which is actually my favorite flower of all. I tell people, don't get me red roses, yellow roses. If I have my choice, it's the yellow rose that I love. And the yellow rose represents friendship, fidelity, loyalty. So I am seeing in this reading someone who has a very balanced personality, could be a Sagittarius energy, who's very temperate, and who may even have the ability to kind of rein you in a little bit, okay, lovingly. This person is very wise, has very balanced nature. They've been around the block a couple times, and so they've been through a lot of life experiences where they can really provide really sound advice and counsel for you, okay? But let's just start from the beginning here. So the energy you have coming in is the Two of Swords, or the Two of Voices in this deck. You have covering you right now the Page of Voices, which is the Page of Swords reversed. In the near future, you have the Sun. Woo, beautiful. So really good energy coming into what I would say probably around mid-August. We have the Four of Wands, or the Four of Inspiration, which is your advice card. Crowning the reading, we have in the area that rules other people that Temperance card. So that's the influence of other people in your life. Beautiful, beautiful major arcana there. In your obstacle area, little glitch there. In the obstacle area, you have the Eight of Swords. And so, we'll take a look at that and see the reason why you have that. And then in the outcome, you have the Eight of Wands, or the Eight of Inspiration reversed. At the base of the deck, the kind of anchor of the reading is the Lover's card, and it is reversed. So let's go. With the Two of Swords coming into the month of August, an interesting Two of Voices in this deck, and exactly what I was saying to you about my voice feeling a little constricted. Some of you may be feeling as though you're kind of stuck, right? You're not sure how to proceed, or coming into August, you have not been sure how to proceed. The Two of Swords is like stuck between making one decision and the other, and maybe it's self-imposed stuckness, okay, if that's not even a word, but I made it up. So you feeling as though maybe you don't want to make a decision, or out of fear, right? Lack of decision making out of fear. And often the Two of Swords can be depicted by a person who has their arms crossed across their heart, holding one sword in each hand. So it's like, that's a stance. The cross-arm stance is like, you're not open. You're closing your heart. You're restricting yourself. And then also in this particular card, the imagery that's here is someone who kind of, they're going left and right. They may be weighing and balancing both sides of an issue, and it's causing a lot of mental turmoil, okay? You have a lot of thoughts going in your head, a lot of voices, and there's definitely a need coming into August to kind of quiet those voices, evaluate your situation, and see where you can move forward, and even just take baby steps, okay? Because there is a door that is opening itself to you. Now, it may not be the one that you expected, or it may not be the one that you've been waiting for, but it is the one that you need, right? They said God may not come when we want him, but he's always on time, right? So this door is on time for you to walk through. And it may be easier than you think. Now, another interesting thing is when I was making notes about the astrology, sometimes I just do some automatic writing, and I did get the image of the triangle with the third eye, right? With the all-seeing eye in the middle. Okay, and interesting to me that this card, the Two of Swords, actually has two triangles on them, one reverse, one right side up. So, and which actually looks like, the way this is depicted, it looks like there is an eye in this triangle. Okay, so the message here is use your intuition. Allow those inner channelings to come through and help move you towards the direction that you need to go. The universe, your higher mind, the angels, God, whatever you subscribe to as being that higher level of knowledge, is trying to tell you something. So I want you to listen to that, all right? Be open to listen to it. Because in this month, continuing to stay on the fence about whatever it is not going to, is going to keep you held back. Okay, you are being called upon to move forward and to make a decision. That Lover's card reversed, that's failing to make a decision or not wanting to make a choice. Okay, and I just want to take a look here. We do have the dominant suit is. Well, the dominant suit here is voices, swords, okay? So again, you needing to find your voice in August. And again, we have the Page of Swords reversed, the Page of Voices reversed, covering you now. Again, there's a block in communication, or you are receiving communication that you don't necessarily like or that you don't want to face with the Page of Swords reversed. Some of you could be getting some news or just got some news, or as we're coming into August, get some news that, that's not what you wanted to hear. But know that whatever this is, don't resist it, and don't resist work through the feelings, work through the emotions that you may experience because of whatever information comes through to you. But know that this may be something that closes a door so that another one can open. And I'm just looking, I'm definitely feeling on the Page of Swords that this could definitely be in a work situation, okay? Because on this card, I do have someone that looks like a secretary, kind of a traditional, traditional depiction of a secretary or someone who's at work, very buttoned up. I'm getting Virgo energy from this card as well. So that's 6th house Virgo energy. So you may get a message. Somebody's assistant may call you and say, listen, whatever project this is, we're not going to go forward with it. Or you were not selected for, this position. Hopefully this is not the case, but maybe there might be a layoff, from a job. Whatever it is, trust that the universe has your best interests in heart, Aries, and that something greater is coming. And the reason I'm saying that is you have the Sun in the near future, and there's no greater card in the tarot deck which depicts happiness, joy, and success. Okay, definitely, and not only success. Material success, but just a sense of internal satisfaction, spiritual satisfaction. If any of you have been dealing with any health issues, which also the swords can indicate, I definitely feel that there's a healing coming through. Some of you may be dealing with anxiety issues, depression issues, okay? I'm definitely getting anxiety, stress anxiety, and possibly depression here. And I do feel that there's going to be some relief from that, especially through mid-August, and that new moon in Leo, which is your compatible fire sign, could definitely bring a breakthrough for you, okay? So don't be afraid to reach out for help if you need that. And again, the Sun representing, some of you could be doing some traveling, but I do feel like this is not the best time for international travel. Wherever you are that you're listening to this, it could be anywhere in the world. But it may be that you're able to go somewhere where it's really warm, really hot, very arid, possibly even tropical environment. And I just see you, having the opportunity to soak in the sun, to be out in nature. I also do see a new opportunity coming through, kind of out of the blue, but know that it's something that you earned, Aries. It's not something that is not well deserved, okay? And that opportunity for me could also come through a friend or an ally, someone that you know, someone that knows you, knows your ethic, someone who can vouch for you. So, if you do get a call from a friend and say, listen, I have a lead on a job or a lead on, some kind of situation that could be supportive to you, take advantage of that, whatever it is, okay? Definitely possibly friendship here. Then the advice card you hear is the Four of Inspiration, or the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is really a beautiful card. It's definitely a card about peace, tranquility, and next to the sun, I'm just loving the energy that is coming in for you. And the Four of Wands often talks about the home environment. Your home is your castle. It can talk about a celebration. So some of you may be celebrating some, beautiful occasion in August. Gathering together with loved ones, maybe even family members. There could be a marriage in August, or, that kind of celebration, birthday. But definitely I feel that you have the opportunity to reunite with like-minded people who, could be very uplifting to you. There's a very strong spiritual energy with the sun here and with the Four of Wands here as well. Four of Wands can also talk about a happy marriage, a happy partnership. So if some of you have had some issues in a relationship, and that's what's being represented here by the Lovers reversed. Maybe there were some arguments coming into August. You being on one side of an issue and your loved one being on the other side. I do feel that there's going to be a breakthrough here, and the opportunity for compromise, reconciliation, revisiting whatever that issue is, and finding a new level of understanding, okay? And the Temperance card here, the influence of someone else in your life. I already, described who that Temperance person is, can be. Again, possibly Sagittarian energy. With the sun here, I also have Leo energy. And interesting, I was talking about that breakthrough coming through on that Leo new moon. So, of course, the sun representing Leo here. So, yes, so definitely, it looks like fire signs are going to be really fortunate for you in August, Aries, your fellow fire signs. Extremely supportive and uplifting for you, in this month. So whatever you've been going through, you definitely have support from the universe and people around you who are willing to be there for you. With the Sagittarius card, the Temperance card is also a card that talks about blending opposing energies and coming to a balance. Again, it is also a reconciliation card where relationships are concerned. Definitely possibility of that happening is very strong here. And then, let me see what else here with Sag. Lotus flowers on this card of the Temperance card. So again, a strong, this person who could be very supportive to you is also a very spiritual person. And more spiritual than religious, I would say. I think they have their own definition of what spirituality means for them. But also, I feel that I'm getting a strong feminine energy. We have a lot of moons here and that lotus flower as well. So I think that this could definitely be strong feminine energy for you. Okay, so the next card we have, which is the obstacle area of what you may encounter, what you may be dealing with in August, is the Eight of Voices. So, yeah, right there, that energy, the Eight of Swords, kind of being trapped by self imposed limitations. The Eight of Swords is about fears that you have that really don't necessarily have any grounding in truth, right? They can often be irrational fears. And as an obstacle here, that's kind of when it's telling you, don't be stuck, don't be blocked by your own either emotional blockages or, irrational fears that are keeping you bound, right? In the Eight of Swords, this person can easily free himself or herself, from whatever's holding them back, from whatever barriers that wall of swords. They're not stuck there. They can take their hands out of the binds and they can remove the blindfold. So you need to be able to see clearly. I do feel, again, that if you tap into your intuition, you will get some very powerful messages here of the next steps to take. Okay, so don't hold yourself back in August, Aries. So the outcome card, potential outcome, you have the Eight of Wands reversed. That's the Eight of Inspirations. Baby steps, right? That's what's going to be happening in August. You may not be able to aggressively push forward. As I said, there are definitely some, external responsibilities, obligations, authority figures, even family members that you are going to have to be accountable to in this month before you can kind of break free and be free, right? But make progress where you can, one step at a time. As I said, I don't think this is a good month for long distance travel. Some of you may take some short trips, but you're not limited in your ability to travel with your mind. Okay, so allow yourself any mental voyages, spiritual voyages, that you can take in the month of August. And again, I just feel like this is going to be a deeply spiritual month for you, and information that you'll be able to directly apply to whatever obstacles you're running into, with the people around you. And yeah, the ninth house is going to be highlighted. We do have your ninth house highlighted. The galactic center, right, is in Sagittarius, and the South Node is going to be traveling over that. South Node is our karma, and the galactic center is that of our universe, right, where truth lies, the wisdom of the universe resides there. So I feel that some of you, and again, when I was saying, there may be issues with being able to go long distances here. A crisis situation may arise in some situation that is either related to, another country, people who are from another country or ethnic group. Maybe some of you are, needing to travel for maybe, a crisis that comes up and you're not able to get to where you need to go, or maybe a door that's related to either, university or college, a religious leader or educational leader, or again, business or some interest that you have in a foreign country. There may be some crisis related to that, and you kind of have to let go and let God in that situation, okay? There is a burning off of karma, so some kind of cleansing, some kind of wiping the slate clean in those areas. And when the dust settles, There'll be a new energy, brand new energy and ability to kind of start over in whatever area that is. Okay? So see crisis possibly as opportunity in August. And then, so I'm going to give you one more card from the Tao Oracle deck. And this will be just a kind of an exclamation point on this reading for Aries, August 2020. August 2020, Aries. Let's see. Okay, one popped right up. Okay. All right. So, so the card I got is the card of, it says decrease. Okay. The number 41 card. So, interesting because, wow, I just said to you, if something happens where you have to kind of let it go, then, know that that's for your best interest. And that's what this card basically represents. It says decline, cutting back, frugality, contraction, letting go, less is more, resourcefulness, and a sacrifice. So, yes, there may be a sacrifice that you have to make in this month, but please don't see it as something that should stop you with your forward progress. Because as I said, when one door closes, if you may be receiving or experiencing decrease in one area so that you can rise up in another. Okay, some restriction in one area so that another area can open up for you. Okay, maybe even loss or letting go of a situation in one area so that you can receive and embrace in another area of your life, right? And so that's nature. So interesting, the butterfly here with that one blue wing and one yellow wing. The blue wing, representing possibly understanding the spiritual nature of what you're going through, and the yellow wing of, bringing in more wisdom and knowledge because of that experience, and it being resulting in a transformation of you. Okay. And again, don't forget the sun is here. So there's definitely, possibility for a blessing, possibly even an unexpected blessing for you. I do want to say there could be, with that new moon in Leo in your fifth house, some unexpected blessing where children are concerned. So if you have children, things should be going very, very well for them in this month, or some unexpected good news, or just a sense of enjoyment and feeling blessed about their existence, and it may be even an accomplishment that they achieve in this month that shines on you as well, Aries. Okay. All right. And if it's not children, it could be a child of your creativity, right? Some project or idea, something that you've created with your own hands that is your own, your own creation with your own personality stamped on it. Again, a really positive development, some recognition for that. All right, Aries. So thank you so much. I wish you all good things, love, peace, and joy. Please like and share this video and subscribe if you have not already. Please follow me. And thank you so much. Let's not just seek the light, but let's also be the light. Thank you. Bye-bye.